Resilient. Absolutely resilient. To take a punch, to take a hit, to get back up when everybody else has counted you out, for somebody to backhand you and you to move on as if nothing had happened. My brothers in Christ, if I were to ask you, who had the most popular hands in the world over the last, I don't know, decade or 2 decades or so? There was a survey done to show who has the most popular hands in the world. And the most popular hands in the world are not who you think they are. As a matter of fact, the second most popular hands in the world, they happen to do with a guy who was, well, he was an excessive painter. He's kind of eclectic, but I got to tell you, his painting still to this day resonates throughout the world. Matter of fact, the third most popular, according to the survey, the third most popular hands are seen usually every Friday on the Ways of the Cross, especially if you saw the movie The Passion. I digress. Keep that thought, though. The 3 most popular hands in the world. It's about 1500s, and if there's one guy in Germany who's absolutely the poster child for resilience, it's Mr. Dirk. I'm telling you, that guy is a can-do, does-do, all day, every day, twice on Sunday. He can do it all. He does do it all. He's got to do it all. He has 18 children. If you could see the number of women in this thing in their face when I just said 18. That's right. And here's the kicker. They all slept in the same bed. Oh, and you say y'all have a tough life, right? 20 people counting him and his wife, and he'll tell you, he was making money as a goldsmith, but 18 mouths to feed, 20 counting him and his wife, doesn't work. He became a coal miner. Every day, all day, he said it. He proclaimed it. I'm going to do what I got to do. My job is to protect and provide. I got too many mouths to feed, so man, it didn't matter what day he's in the coal mine and he's after it. Well, I got to tell you, if there is a chip off the old block, it's his son, Albert. Albert can play. Albert's got it. That gene passed on fully and functionally into Albert. He's laying in the bed with his 17 siblings. He turns to his youngest brother and says, look, tomorrow before we go to Mass, good, make sure you're listening to that. He says, we're going to flip a coin. The winner goes to college. The other remains and works. When you finish, or whoever finishes college comes back, and then the other one goes. His brother said, no, we can't do it that way. He said, look, we can't both make it initially, but we can in the long haul. You just got to be resilient. So tomorrow, after Mass, we flip a coin. Sure enough, they flip the coin, makes it sure his brother wins. His brother goes to the academy, and you may not know him, but you do, but you don't. I got to tell you, it's a 3 or 4 year program. 2 years into the program, his name is a household name. So much so, man, my brother and sister Christ, he did a painting of Adam and Eve, still shows up today. Everybody thought that was the bomb. He did one on the animals in the Garden of Eden. That one's even better than the first one. Artist, sculptor, construction, whatever it may be, paintings, his brother is the guy. Well, after 3 years, he's so popular, he graduates, he comes back. His family's excited. All the children are there, the family, the mom, the dad, and he comes back, and they're sitting around the dinner table, and he says, look, before we get started, I just want to say thank you to my brother Albert for what he's done, because it was absolutely resilient that he allowed me to do what I do best. And now I'm back so that you can go. So I would like to raise my glass to my brother. Everybody raises the glass but Albert. Albert stands up and says, my brother, as much as I would love to raise my glass to you, he said, my fingers have been broken so many times, I can't even hold the glass, much less lift it. He said, I'm telling you that because I do thank you for your honor. He said, but man, I wouldn't do it any other way. I want to thank you for finishing what we agreed to. And he said, well, now it's time for you to go. He said, man, where am I going to go? My hands don't work, they're broken, the arthritis, the joints, this, that, and the other. And he said, but he tells his brother, Albert says, let me do this one thing, his brother to Albert, says, let me do one thing for you. If there's anything I can do to give back, since nobody else is going to be able to help you, I would like to take a picture in a mold of your hands. I'd like to paint